Hello everyone and now welcome to a game between Sock versus Tho. Sock spawning as the purple human on the top right hand side of the map. Meanwhile, Tho getting Undead spawning in the red trunks on the bottom left hand side of the map. This is Concealed Hill. I'm looking for a great game once more. And for all you guys out there who have left comments in the past saying you would like reminders about using your Twitch Prime's free Twitch Prime sub and all that to support the channel, please consider doing that. If you do have Amazon Prime, you do have a free sub, and well, if I had enough free subs, well, I'd gain a little weight. I don't know. I was trying to make a joke, couldn't really think of anything that actually helps. I I would appreciate the support. Is really all I could say. I would really appreciate the support. Trying to keep a WarCraft 3 alive. I know a lot of people out there enjoy my casts, and well, it would be nice to be able to continue to produce content for you guys. I'm not doing it for the money, but the money does definitely help. Are your ads turned on though? Yeah, my ads are turned on. I tried to resub using my free Prime trial, but couldn't. Um, well, it might tell you. Why wouldn't you be able to? Ads are turned on YouTube. I believe my ads are turned on Twitch or on Twitch as well. Not quite sure why you wouldn't be able to sub, but let's just go ahead and focus on um, um, focus on the game here instead. All right. Death Knight ghouls coming out, transition into Crypt Fiends for Tho. Meanwhile, coming back off to the north here, Archmage fighting alongside some militia, going to try and clear out of this 3-3-3 creep camp. Acolyte did do a little bit of scouting, knows exactly where Sock is, and well, Sock now knows what the race of Tho is. Important there to note as the Death Knight opting to do a little bit of creeping instead, quickly going after that Murloc Tide Runner. And by death coiling that Tide Runner, can get another Rod of Necromancy charge going. And that is incredibly important for timing. That is really waiting for that Rod of Necromancy charge. There it is. Going to come back around using the micro on those Skeletal Warriors, making sure to keep them alive so they're still dishing out the damage. While not giving those skeletal minions over to the human army for some easy free experience. Spider Crab, Limb Ripper will get taken down. Meanwhile, Archmage has picked up a Circlet of Nobility and Slippers of Agility +3, already sitting at level 2 with that Brilliance Aura. Seems like the Archmage really needs that level 2 and the bonus hit points that the Slipper of Agility provides. Otherwise, well, free experience. No, not otherwise free experience. Otherwise, the Death Knight's Death Coils just really rack up a bit too much. All right, a little bit of denial there. Are we going to see this getting denied? Yes, we do. Last final hit, Sock. Are we actually going to see a 3 units around? No, we are not. Archmage able to slip around. Death Knight now perhaps going to try and catch up. There is a lot of footmen out here on the battlefield, currently sitting at 5 footmen. And they are nicely healed up here as the skeletal minions are just feeding more and more experience to the Archmage. This is not what Tho wants, but Tho is teching the tier 2 already. We're looking at Sock looking to do an expansion as well. Thank you for the $2, Rylabs. Thank you for the donation. Every donation, every bit, every sub, every view does definitely help. So for all of you guys out there watching on YouTube, sometime in the future, I thank you. Death Knight now looking to catch up to that Archmage. Archmage gets Death Coiled, Boots of Speed, allowing that Archmage to really outrun that Death Knight now as we are looking at dual Water Elementals looking to clear out this creep camp here. Militia, Tome of Strength, what is going to get the last hit there. The Death Knight really wants that last hit, but the Militia is still making its plays back over. Death Knight running around in circles, hoping to be able to get a last hit there, but it just simply will not happen. The Death Knight not going to be able to get that experience. Level 3 now on the Archmage. And the Archmage seems to be in the driver's seat of this game. All right. A Militia, turning back into their less combative self, gonna clear out this creep camp off to the north and set up an expansion off to the north here with an arcane tower. Meanwhile, footmen are now looking to retreat back as Tho, thank you for the sub. And as the Death Knight now coming back across here, Tho gonna get a little bit of heals while standing on Blight. Wants to get to level 2, that Unholy Aura will boost up that movement speed and give a little bit of passive regeneration as well. Death Knight clearing things up here. Force Troll Berserker, Force Troll Trapper will get taken down. Lich already getting trained up. No Slaughterhouse as of yet, as we do see the Death Knight now make its way across here. There's a Dark Ritual Sacrificial Dagger, but quickly disrupted by the Archmage and that Water Elemental there, disrupting the healing across multiple targets. Beautiful play by Sock here, as another charge of that Ritual Dagger will need to be used. Thank you for the $3. Rylabs, as the Water Elemental now continuing to back up again. All right, I guess ask and you shall receive. Donations definitely help. Thank you for supporting the channel. And, well, I know money is and using your hard-earned money to support and show that you appreciate the content. All right, making our way back off to the north here. Archmage has been using the Fountain of Health pretty effectively, and now going to continue to put pressure back down onto the Death Knight and the Crypt Fiends here. All right, Death Knight now down to 272 hit points. Crypt Fiends are not going to really be able to survive this fight if the Footmen are giving chase. Archmage really going to be able to close in onto that distance. Meanwhile, the Lich is out here onto the battlefield as well. Death Knight trying to catch back up. 39 supply compared to 27. The army of Tho is starting to slowly grow, but it just doesn't seem like it will be able to survive all that much. Death Knight now needs to make a long run, Death Coil onto that Crypt Fiend, heal it back up, and get ready for this follow-up engagement. Footman continuing the fight here. That Footman, well, knew what he was getting into, running head on into that position there. We're going to see a Frost Nova there as the units are still trying to make their way around here. 30 hit point Footman able to escape. The Death Knight with that Unholy Aura trying to lead all of these units back away. More units need to get added in. Obsidian Statue going to be coming back around, aggroing the creeps purposely to try and get them, well, in danger. It's right in front of that creep camp, but the ensnare and, well, engage, but nothing else following up. Skeletal Minions going to fall at the Arcane Towers here. Meanwhile, we're looking at Archmage Footman perhaps going to look to try and clear out this Ogre Magi Forest High Troll creep camp, as the Death Knight now looking to fight back again. Death Knight sitting at level 2. There's a Frost Nova going down onto the Archmage. A little bit of splash damage as well from that Frost Nova, as the Crypt Fiends do need to retreat back. Obsidian Statue still not out here onto the battlefield as of yet. It is, but it hasn't been rallied over, so a little bit of a missed timing there. Not rallying that Obsidian Statue, well, and delaying the heals and the mana that it could have provided. Death Knight sitting at level 2. Crypt Fiend continuing to fight back around the other side. Obsidian Statue looking to join in on the battle, heal back up, provide that necessary healing for all of these units once more, as the units now make their way back off to the north. Archmage. Well, what was that ensnare by? All right, Forest Troll Trapper apparently wanting to ensnare down that unit pretty consistently. Death Knight now going after the Ogre Magi. Ogre Magi with that additional plus armor, difficult to take down, as we see more Bloodlust going across multiple units. Obsidian Statues, well, mana should not be a problem any longer. Replenishment Potion now dropped there. Death Knight may be the one who wants that, as we see a lot of damage going back across once more. Forest Troll Trapper is getting healed up quite a bit here. Difficult to take down, piercing damage plus that plus 5 armor, really reducing the amount of damage that unit is taking. Coming back around through the center though, Sock with this army of Footmen coming back, well, coming down the center line, perhaps to try and put in some pressure or catch his opponent off guard. Death Knight does get to level 3, Tome of Intelligence. Death Knight now up to 345 mana, as the Archmage and Footman ready to put in pressure inside the base here. There's a bit of repairs on the base here. There is a new Rubian Tower with the Spirit Tower now trying to get upgraded. Halls of the Dead now going to be at Black Citadel. No Scroll of Town Portal, no Staff of Teleportation inbound. That Ziggurat is going to get taken down. Death Knight pretty much surrounded into a tough spot here. Has an Orb of Corruption now trying to retreat back, but this upgraded Black Citadel and the Spirit Tower going to be able to provide a bit of cover. Meanwhile, off to the north here, we're looking at Obsidian Statues and Lich trying to put in pressure here, as the Water Elementals, Death Knight Water Elemental's Footman and Archmage still trying to rush on into this position. We are getting into Destroyer form upgrade at Death Knight by his lonesome self. Going to get in some Death Quells, trying to keep things alive here as the Tomb of Relics about to fall. Tomb of Relics is incredibly important as well, as additional Obsidian statues need that Tomb of Relics. Death Knight could try and Scroll of Town Portal out of this tough spot here. Is he going to be able to do that? Yes, he will, but he won't have the Tomb of Relics to buy a potion of healing. Death Knight now back on the other side here. More fights getting underway. Archmage finally using that Scroll of Town Portal to head back away and head back to that keep. Mountain King, Stormbolt straight up onto the Crypt Fiend. Crypt Fiend not going to be able to get away. Stun just lasting a bit too long as there is no Mountain King nearby. No Frost Nova. Stormbolt gonna be enough to finish off that Crypt Fiend. Destroyer upgrades is completed. 34 over 40 supply, rebuilding some ziggurats, and now placing down a new Tomb of Relics as well. Sock sitting at 38 supply, but sitting on 1,400 gold as well. So that is a definite advantage for Sock. Only advantage that Tho has right now is that he's undead playing against human, and well, he has his heroes and he has obsidian statues. Death Knight now making his way back off to the north here. Fly machines are already out, ready to take down those destroyers the instant they try to take it to the skies. And the question now becomes, do you even try and train up destroyers at all? Crypt Fiends could actually try and do a little bit, get web them down, and then as the numbers start to diminish, then go into that destroyer upgrade. Death Knight continuing to fight back here. Potion of replenishment still available on that Lich. Could give it to the Death Knight here, as you can take a look. More and more damage still getting racked on through. Level 2 on that Lich now. Orb of Corruption really racking up that damage. What item was dropped? It is a Helm of Valor, Strength, and Agility. As level 2 on that Lich does open up Dark Ritual. Down to the south side here, Mountain King Archmage trying to put in pressure. Temple of the Damned, Tho doing a transition into perhaps Necromancers. Mountain King ends up falling a split second before the Scroll of Town Portal completes. Every bit of damage there mattered, as the Lich got that Frost Nova off and the Death Knight got that Death Coil off in time. All right, Destroyer out in play. Could easily get some Devour Magic off right there. Able to do a little bit of bonus damage. Trying to finish things off. Another Replenishment Potion being left behind here. Death Knight really should consider picking it up. Is he just selling the Replenishment Potions? All right, not liking the Replenishment Potions at all. Instead, perhaps going to buy some Scrolls of Healing as the Death Knight gets up to level 4. Potion of Invulnerability instead. Was that attack worth it? I do not believe so. Using a Scroll of Town Portal and losing the Mountain King is a pretty big setback, but it did buy time and for the Goblin Zeppelin to now have siege engines. Economically ahead, 64 over 78. More siege engines could be trained as well. Death Knight now trying to make its rounds back, as we see Staff of Sanctuary usage also pretty effective here. Destroyer trying to retreat back here. Tome of Strength, no web on those Crypt Fiends. That is a big surprise. More Crypt Fiends are getting trained up, but without the web, those hit and run tactics on those fast-moving flying machines do definitely cause problems. Lich now trying to make its way back around 47 supply compared to 64. 15 supply, or was it 17 supply advantage there, as a little bit of damage getting racked up. All right, some Devour Magic, Death Coil, Frost Nova finishing up a Footman there. More damage. Banshees gonna get some anti-magic shell as well, as they are diving on in. Siege engines attempting to take down the Haunted Gold Mine in the back. There are some repairs here, as the flying machines are getting into position as well. However, there's a fight at the base here as well. We could be looking at some possession. The Banshees, anti-magic shell, Holy Light, Destroyer trying to turn back around. Staff of Sanctuary doing a little bit of save, and it's really the Crypt Fiends without web that is the main problem. The Destroyers should be in a great spot. However, because the Crypt Fiends don't have web, they're unable to neutralize all of those units, all of those flying machines right now. Destroyer still looking to engage. Destroyer gets taken down. Level 2 now on that Paladin, who has Divine Shield. Holy Light onto the Knight, who's trying to retreat back as well, as more damage still racking up here. Death Knight continuing to fire back some damage. Banshees staying alive. Water Elemental able to get that last bit of damage onto the Banshee, but the Lich also ends up getting to level 3. Level 2 Frost Nova going to, well, spell problems once more. Flying machines heading back off to the north here. Where is, well, Sock's 72 supply army? More mortar teams are getting added in. There's knights being trained. Arcane Sanctum training up some spell breakers as well as we are getting underway. There is a little bit of damage. Is that Mountain King going to be able to back away? No, he is not. Getting blasted down once more by a Frost Nova. Lich sitting at level 3 and now going after this relatively difficult creep camp when you don't have web. All right, Death Knight continuing to fire back here, and here we are going into an engagement. Bloodlust, there is no Devour magic, surprisingly. No Destroyers out here onto the battlefield as the Goblin Zeppelin still wandering around in the back. All right, looking to try and finish off many of those targets. Crypt Fiends looking to take down some of these targets as well. Trying to take down the Red Drake. Death Knight now with the Orb of Corruption to gain another anti-air attack to take that down. Scourge Bone Chimes picked up by the Death Knight. Lich now picking up that Orb of Corruption back again and looking to heal up once more. Center portion of the map, well, Paladin sitting at level 2, going to pick up a Tome of Knowledge. There are a lot of knights out here onto the battlefield, as well as the units are all simply retreating back. Banshees making their way out. Temple of the Damned, well, making a position. Are we going to be seeing mastery training? We are. That is a lot of Banshees. And, well, a lot of Banshees going up against a lot of Knights mean a lot of possessed knights. Here we are going to go into that engagement. Are we going to see the possession? Mortar teams are trying to finish things off here. There's a couple of possessions there. Banshees are all moving position. Stormbolt onto a couple. Staff of Sanctuary saves a couple as well, as Sock seemingly holding onto a number of knights just by positioning and those mortar teams. All right, 4 knights right there, though losing 12 supply pretty much in an instant. That was pretty heavy losses, as the Banshees are now simply too low on hit points to try and possess without, well, taking a Stormbolt and end up getting taken down. Anti-magic shell right there. There's it goes, another Banshee poof into nothing. Thunderclap coming back across, and Sock getting the win once more, though leaving the game. Sock playing a strong game, economically ahead throughout and able to get to tier 3. Keeping Tho staying on one base and then making sure to have those Banshees not be able to possess their targets. A couple of Thunderclaps, one Thunderclap coupled with for their slower movement speed, coupled with that mortar team splash damage, made that come to an end. All right, let's take a look at the final score. Sock really taking pretty much all of the categories except for the hero. Heroes actually belonging to Tho, even though on paper it looked like Tho, if he had gotten level 5, level 4 on his heroes, could have come out a bit more ahead. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Turns out in the end, it was just that additional gold and the ease of Sock being able to set up that expansion and mine a bit more. Thanks for watching. Hope you guys check me out next time.